Who was King William II? What was his life and reign like? Why was he known as Rufus? William II, often known as William Rufus due to his ruddy complexion, was the third son of William the Conqueror and reigned as King of England from 1087 until his death in 1100. His reign was marked by military campaigns, conflicts with the church, and controversial policies that have been scrutinized by historians for centuries. Let's delve into the life and reign of William Rufus, exploring his rise to power, his administrative and military actions, and the mysterious circumstances surrounding his death. Early life and ascension to the throne. William Rufus was born around 1056, the third of William the Conqueror's four sons. He grew up in a period marked by his father's consolidation of power in England after the Norman conquest of 1066. William Rufus's upbringing was steeped in the martial and political culture of the Norman aristocracy, which emphasized loyalty, military prowess, and political acumen. Upon the death of William the Conqueror in 1087, his vast dominions were divided among his sons. Robert Curthose, the eldest, inherited the Duchy of Normandy, while William Rufus received the Kingdom of England. The youngest son, Henry, received a significant sum of money, though he would later play a crucial role in the kingdom's future. William Rufus's ascension to the English throne was not uncontested. It was marked by tension and rivalry with his brothers, particularly Robert, who believed he should have inherited both Normandy and England. Early reign and challenges. William Rufus's reign began with immediate challenges. In 1088, a rebellion erupted, led by several of his father's barons and his own uncle, Odo of Bayeux. The rebels sought to depose William and unite England and Normandy under Robert's rule. However, William Rufus proved to be a capable and determined leader. He promised reforms and concessions to the English nobility and clergy, securing their support. The rebellion was quashed, and Odo was banished, solidifying William's control over the English throne. One of William Rufus's notable characteristics was his financial acumen, though this often manifested in ways that drew criticism. He was known for his heavy taxation and the exploitation of royal prerogatives to amass wealth. His administration became infamous for its use of forest laws, which restricted hunting rights and imposed fines for infractions. These measures were deeply unpopular and contributed to his reputation as a harsh and greedy ruler. Military campaigns and expansion. William Rufus was also a warrior king, engaging in several military campaigns to expand and secure his territories. He focused on consolidating control over England and extending Norman influence into Wales and Scotland. His campaigns in Wales were marked by mixed success. While he managed to secure the submission of several Welsh princes, the rugged terrain and fierce resistance made it difficult to maintain control. In Scotland, William Rufus asserted his influence by supporting Malcolm III, a pro-Norman Scottish king. This alliance was strengthened through marriage ties and military support. However, relations between the two kingdoms were not always smooth, and tensions occasionally flared, leading to skirmishes along the border. William Rufus also faced challenges in Normandy. His brother Robert Curthose's rule was marked by weakness and indecision, leading to unrest among the Norman nobility. William took advantage of these difficulties, intervening in Norman affairs and even gaining control of parts of Normandy for a time. His military activities in Normandy often involved complex negotiations and alliances with other European powers, showcasing his diplomatic skills. Conflict with the Church. One of the defining features of William Rufus's reign was his conflict with the Church. Unlike his father, who had maintained a relatively harmonious relationship with the Church, William Rufus was often at odds with ecclesiastical authorities. His reign coincided with the broader investiture controversy, a power struggle between the papacy and secular rulers over the appointment of bishops and abbots. William Rufus's relationship with Anselm, the Archbishop of Canterbury, epitomizes this conflict. Anselm, a respected theologian and church leader, clashed with the king over issues of ecclesiastical authority and the rights of the church. The dispute culminated in Anselm's voluntary exile in 1097 after refusing to submit to the king's demands. This exile lasted until the end of William's reign, highlighting the deep rift between the crown and the church. The king's disputes with the church extended to his use of church revenues. William Rufus was notorious for leaving bishoprics and abbeys vacant, thereby collecting their revenues for the royal treasury. This practice, while financially lucrative, drew condemnation from contemporary chroniclers and has contributed to his negative portrayal in historical accounts. Personal characteristics and court life. Contemporary and later accounts of William Rufus often emphasize his personality and the nature of his court. He was described as flamboyant, with a reputation for extravagance and revelry. The chronicler Orderic Vitalis characterized him as a brilliant and outspoken individual whose court was marked by licentiousness and moral laxity. This reputation was further fueled by allegations of favoritism towards certain courtiers, leading to rumors of improper conduct and relationships. William Rufus's court was also notable for its cosmopolitan nature. He surrounded himself with advisors and mercenaries from various regions, including Normans, Bretons, Flemish, and even Italians. This diverse court reflected the king's openness to new ideas and influences, though it also drew criticism from those who viewed it as a departure from traditional norms. The mysterious death of William Rufus. The circumstances surrounding William Rufus's death remain one of the most debated aspects of his life. On August 2nd, 1100, he went hunting in the New Forest, accompanied by a group of nobles. During the hunt, he was struck by an arrow that pierced his lung, leading to his death. The exact details of the incident are shrouded in mystery, and the earliest account, found in the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle, simply states that the king was shot by an arrow by one of his own men. Later chroniclers identified Walter Tyrrell, a nobleman of reputed archery skills, as the archer responsible for the fatal shot. However, the accounts vary widely in details, with some suggesting the incident was an accident and others hinting at foul play. The lack of immediate investigation and the rapid actions of Henry, who was present at the hunt and quickly moved to secure the throne, have fueled speculation about a possible conspiracy. John Leland, writing in 1530, mentioned a location called Thurowham as the site of the king's death, a place name no longer in use but likely corresponding to what is now Park Farm on the Beaulieu estates. A memorial stone at Beaulieu Abbey in Hampshire marks the approximate location, inscribed with a note commemorating William Rufus's death while hunting. Theories about William Rufus's death range from a simple hunting accident to a calculated assassination. Some historians argue that the hunting conditions and the chaos of the chase could easily lead to an accidental shooting. Others, like Bartlett, note that the political context and the strained relations between William and his brothers, particularly Henry, provide a motive for deliberate action. The theory of assassination is bolstered by Henry's immediate and decisive actions following his brother's death, including his swift coronation and the seizure of the royal treasury. Legacy and historiography. William Rufus's legacy is complex and contested. Contemporary chroniclers, many of whom were ecclesiastics, often portrayed him negatively, emphasizing his conflicts with the church, his perceived moral shortcomings, being homosexual, and his financial exactions. These accounts have shaped the historical narrative, painting William Rufus as a tyrant and a despot. However, modern historians have offered more nuanced interpretations. Some scholars argue that William Rufus was a capable ruler who effectively managed his realm and maintained order. His financial policies, while harsh, were not unusual for the period and were part of a broader trend of consolidating royal authority. His conflicts with the church, too, can be seen within the context of the broader investiture controversy, reflecting the tensions between secular and ecclesiastical powers during the medieval period. The mystery surrounding his death continues to fascinate historians and the public alike. The question of whether William Rufus was murdered or died in an unfortunate accident remains unresolved, with arguments supporting both sides. The uncertainty contributes to the enduring intrigue of his reign and the speculation about the political dynamics of the period. William Rufus's remains lie in Winchester Cathedral, where they were interred after his death. The exact location of his burial site within the cathedral is uncertain, as his bones are scattered among various royal mortuary chests. Notably, his skull is missing, adding another layer of mystery to his story. Conclusion: William Rufus's reign was marked by significant challenges, from internal rebellions to external military campaigns and conflicts with the church. His life and reign reflect the complexities of medieval kingship, where personal ambition, familial rivalry, and broader political and religious forces intersected. The circumstances of his death, whether accidental or intentional, continue to captivate historians and provide a window into the turbulent world of Norman England. As a historical figure, William Rufus remains a subject of debate and reinterpretation, symbolizing the challenges and uncertainties of medieval rule. Thanks for listening. Like and comment. And please subscribe, as that will help us get more videos out to those interested in the Middle Ages. See you next time on Medieval Chronicles 1066. Stay curious.